Eric, I just want to start off by talking about, because we did visit you originally in 2019. You were a fairly new business at the time. You'd been open a couple of years. We kind of know the backstory of the genesis of why you got into the business, and we know a little bit about what was going on before the pandemic. Obviously, 2020, everything changed. How did you get through the pandemic? What kept you open?
Well, I think more than anything else, so they shut down on a Sunday, and shut down, I think I heard it was Sunday, maybe wrong, but we came in here on a Monday, which was our close day, and we looked at our 18 employees, 20 employees, whatever we had at the time, and said, okay, we're going to have to go to a takeout model. And we did not offer takeout pizza before the pandemic. We were dining, I'm kind of pizza snob and thought our food's best enjoyed here, and we didn't have that model. We had a couple folks that had worked at some takeout only pizzerias, and we just came in here with a whiteboard and actually sheets of paper and said, how do we do this? How do we transition into a takeout only and survive what we didn't know what we were up against. Nobody did, obviously.
Right.
So we came in, looked at best practices, and we had core competencies in making that happen and doing takeout. And we put the plan in place and didn't miss a day. We opened the very next day, really? Takeout only. And I made the commitment from just an owner engagement. I met during the 100% shutdown, doing takeout only. I met every customer that got a takeout order.
Really?
I did. I gave them a fist bump, whatever we were doing at the time, and I met every customer. And that really resonated with the community. And in turn, we did not lay off one employee during the initial COVID shutdown.
That was one of the questions. I have several COVID-related questions, and that was one of them I was going to ask you. I know that you are a very employee-centric owner. You're very cognizant of the well-being of your staff and your employees, and you take good care of them. And that was one of the questions I had is, did you have to downsize your staff during the pandemic?
So not only did we, did we downsize, once we got into a couple months realizing this is really serious, it's impacting everyone, obviously around the globe. We looked at it here and our little fiefdom here and said, what can we do? So Amy and I made the decision. We're so blessed, you know our backstory. We have fathering. We decided to donate 100% of our profits to the employees.
Wow.
And we distributed $60,000 to our employees.
That's amazing.
So I believe it was in January. We did the whole month of December and didn't lay anyone off, and we based it on the hours they worked, their position, things like that. But we donated 100% of what we made back to the employees. And that's ended up being about $60,000 over a couple months. We didn't make that much, but people, the community really embraced it, started donating money. And it was really amazing to see all of that work. And most of the employees that were involved during that period of time are still with us.
Have you ever considered, because of how busy you are and how you've grown and how you're thriving, maybe I need a bigger space, maybe I need a 10,000 square foot show place right on the water, whatever. But have you ever thought, wow, we could do more if we go bigger? Has that crossed your mind, or
no?
Does bigger mean more headaches? What's the thinking there?
Well, it crosses my mind because I hear it every day. So someone every day tells me, actually on Sunday, I had a gentleman that went to the Reds game and was from Louisville and said, you have to come to Louisville.
You should be down here in Newport. You should be in Louisville. You should be...
Well, I hear Union, it's a growing area. Yeah. It's right here in Lexington, and I hear that a lot. But no, this is it. You
have no desire to have a second restaurant.
We'll never, ever be complacent. So I will continue to improve and to grow this business and to focus on our core tenets. But we're satisfied. Let me just say that.
Okay.
We're satisfied but not complacent.
Yeah.
So we can do what we want, how we want, where we want, and this is good enough for us. We love what we're doing here. We love what we have here. Dynamic culture. In these four walls.
Yeah.
That just the fact that it's a 1929 Sunoco gas station that we repurposed. And it allows me to do what I'm doing right now. And like I mentioned, we've got a dynamic culture that's really rooted in our employees, rooted in the customer experience, rooted in the community, rooted in high quality food. If you look at those 4 tenets and stay laser focused on those, it all works. It keeps me smiling, it made me smiling, and if we got too ambitious or decided to grow, we lose focus on that because I'm not there, Amy's not there, and we don't have a succession strategy, which is fine. We don't have any family members who are going to come into the business, so this is us, and we love what we're doing.
Can you, when you hire, because let's talk about, you say one of your core tenets, right? If you taking care of the employees, we say the first thing you said was hire well. That's before you train well, before you do anything else, hire well. One thing we always hear from it tells all this time, can't find good help, can't find good employees, right? I've heard that. I've been at Pizza Day for 25 years now, and I've heard that for 25 years. Can't find good help. How do you hire well? What are you looking for? Whether you're filling a dishwasher position, a server, or one of your full-time positions, the phone person. Obviously, the phone person has to have a different personality than dishwasher. I understand that. So, but what are you looking for when you make a hire?
Yeah, well, we make sure that anybody that we hire, now that we know what the process is and what works for us, is that they're promotable and they can advance 1 or 2 levels up within this staff. Yes, so we're going to make sure that we're hiring good quality people that have high character. There's somebody that has high character and a work ethic. You can train them to do about 10 and that works. So we will usually Amy and I interview our prospective candidates, and then whenever we're interviewing for whoever does see the manager or the supervisor in that area, they will review, and then we will always have someone shadow. So they shadow for a day or 2. We see if it's a good fit for us, and it's a good fit for them, if they fit into this culture. And then we will make the hire. And there are plenty of times that we have had someone shadow. I don't think they fit the mold of what we're doing. Because you have to have a personality, you have to have a sense of humor, and like I mentioned, you have to be confident in what you're doing, adapt to the culture, they have high character, and that matters. And we have been. I have 30 applications right now for dish. Really, 30. Not daytime. Daytime's a tough role to fill, tough position to fill because of the fact that it's not college kids or high school kids. That's our toughest role to fill. But relative to just nighttime dish or bus, these kids all talk about the culture here. And I have probably 15 server parts in your resumes right now.
Wow.
And they do it via Squarespace, so we review those. But kitchen and dish is the toughest spots.
You had mentioned that a lot of your employees, you kind of found a hack, cheat code with college kids, and it become a good source of employees for you. A lot of people will be like, I don't want to hire college kids. They're irresponsible. They just want to party. They want to blah, 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 blah. Why has that been a good fit for you?
Well, again, it goes back to hiring the right person. But hiring right on the front end, most of them have been high school kids, and they have worked their way through.
Yeah. And if you've got a kid with high character, good work ethic, who's done an outstanding job for you for a year or 2, and they say, hey, my buddy's a good kid, he'll be a good hire, you're like, okay, let's.
And that's usually the pool that we hire, right? And almost not, they all have the same qualities that the person referred them and the qualities that we're looking for.
Outstanding.
That process has worked. That was not the original business model.
No, what was the original plan?
We hired culinary trained chefs and PCOLAs, 10 years experience. And why did that not work out? This is very, very fast paced. So we've reframed a product that everybody's familiar with, but are doing it in a different manner and elevated experience. And the volumes have taken off, and a lot of those folks that we worked with moved at a different pace and looked at a different, look at plating a product a different way. Our plating is beautiful. Our ingredients are the highest quality that we can get. But you have to be able to do it very, very fast without losing that quality.
And that's because of the volume here in the restaurants, just how quickly your tables are turning.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I've never, ever compromised on the quality of our food, the way it looks coming out, and the customer experience. And I think that we just learned that we started moving some folks in to train them to do some things, and started to realize that there are people that can really turn things out and do a good job that we have trained. And that's what we started to look for.
You have a full menu. You don't just have pizza.
Pizza and pasta, yeah.
But let's start with pizza. What percentage of your sales comes from pizza?
We are doing about probably 75% pizza.
75%.
It's
You have salads, you have pasta,
we have
you have
pasta.
dessert,
We're doing dessert,
you have full bar, right? So yeah, so
So
pizza's
we do the pizza is the lifeblood of this restaurant.